to another edition of the Metal Boy.
Yes, I'm wearing the shirt, Alan. I'm wearing the shirt.
The one and only,
the one
of a kind,
the
Metal Boys t-shirt.
There's only one in existence.
There you go.
And I'm wearing it.
Today, Jim,
yes,
new releases.
Ah!
Great new releases.
Yes.
What do you want to start with?
We're going to start off with Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Maiden England 1988.
Jim, I actually saw that tour.
Yes, you did?
Yeah. That was May 17th, 1988.
Wow.
Opening band?
Anvil.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses opened for Iron Maiden. At that time, I remember Axl saying, okay, this is a song off our next video, so it was Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh.
It wasn't even released.
Wow.
And reading the books of Slash and Adler, you know, it was they found it was a little kind of a funny pairing. You know, that was when Steve Harris and the boys were at their most proggy, you know, Icebergs and the Moon Child or Infinite Dreams, Laser Beam,
and that jacket with the heart and the electric heart and
that never worked half the time. I just read Bruce article and I just
and the mask.
He goes, I'd be out there, this thing weighed a ton, and the lights would burn out after the first song, and I'd look out, it would look stupid.
Sponsored by Puma.
That's it. So a bit of a funny Guns N' Roses ways. I mean, these were heavily drug addicts, and
I mean, the history of Maiden England. Okay, so it started off as the show that you saw in 1988.
Yeah,
it came out as a VHS show on video, right? Then later on in the 90s, it came out again on DVD, and now it's back in multiple formats. Remastered. They added some more songs like Red to the Hills,
Sanctuary,
yeah, and they came out with a CD, a double CD, remastered. Yeah. The sound, as you probably remember back then, incredible. The performance is phenomenal. I mean, Iron Maiden, a consistent band.
Right, exactly.
And actually, I've listened to the CD, and it's remarkable. It just, you know, I get confused sometimes. You know, are they young? Are they old? Are they middle-aged? These guys are consistent, and they're always great. And every tour they've been on, I'm impressed. Song-wise, professionalism in their musicianship. Every tour is just, you know, state of the art.
Well, saying that, Jim, last July 11th, 2012, I went to see the Maiden England tour.
The tour, yeah.
Alice Cooper opened up this time. And, you know, Iron Maiden being Iron Maiden, let him have all his toys, his guillotine and his Frankenstein, and it was a great show, great opening band. Orienta. She played guitar with Alice Cooper on this tour. She's the Australian chick that plays guitar goddess.
Orthopedica.
That unfortunately had to find a new gig when Michael Jackson died. She was going to play guitar with Michael Jackson.
Okie-dokie.
When he passed away, she went to see Alice because the music is so similar between Michael Jackson and Alice Cooper.
That's
it was an easy transition for her.
And the look too.
But honestly, I've seen them 6 times.
Yeah.
Something missing there.
What?
There was something missing.
What was the X factor?
I don't know. It wasn't. It was. You know what it looked.
The jacket? Maybe it was the jacket. the white jacket. Like, the Christmas tree jacket.
Okay, it's been done. Like,
yeah, okay.
Why is it, you know, you did it in 88, and now you're doing it now, okay, and this is what we're going to get into. Like, did that, you know, somewhere back in time tour, the same kind of principle, but, you know, Yannick is going to throw it around his head, and he's going to put his foot on the speaker, and he's going to play, and Dave's not going to move, and Steve's going to run away. It's like, I don't know, and there's a great show. Don't get me wrong.
Maybe we were just in bad moods. Maybe we were in bad moods.
No, it was great. I was looking forward to
bad moods. I don't know. Maybe you just went there with bad moods and because of Michael Jackson's death or something.
I don't know. It was a great show. You know, it was missing something. Yeah, Maiden's a love fest.
Yeah.
You know, the last time we get, you know, here in Montreal, Bruce. I was the first show when Bruce came back in the band. I was there. That was the first show of that tour. It was a love fest. I mean, Give Him Ed tour.
Yes.
Dio and Motorhead open. Maiden comes out, a standing ovation. Bruce goes to say something for 3 minutes. He couldn't get a word. It was just constant, a standing ovation for 3 minutes.
And now?
Yeah, that show was like,
I don't know, big Maiden fan. I'm always.
Me too, but there's that show. I'm just saying, I've seen them 6 times. That was the one that it was missing.
But
the energy level wasn't there. You
maybe
expect,
they had an off night. Maybe
they had an off night, possibly. Everybody has an off night. They have very few.
We have a couple.
We have tons.
This DVD comes with History of Maiden Part 3. So like
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son tour.
Seventh Son of the Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, and of course Somewhere in Time tour. And my impressions of this documentary is, yeah, it's great. I mean, I thought it would be a lot longer. You know, I thought it'd cover more territory. But it's cool because they have a lot of pictures, and they just really get into what it was like touring after Live After Death, which is pretty cool. You know, I don't know. I mean, I love Iron Maiden.
The first installment, I think, found in the early days, that was really exciting because it traces back to bands like Gypsy's Kiss. You know, it starts from there and all the way through to the end of the Peace of Mind tour. So, like you said, that's a bit longer, and that's definitely check that out if you haven't checked that out.
It's done sort of like the first one installment was more professional, where the last two have been more, you know, let's just do it quick and fast and get it over with. But I found this one probably more of less of a production than the first two. But nevertheless, I love listening to Maiden. I love watching Maiden. So I enjoyed it very much, and I think it's well worth the money. The DVD, the CDs, the Blu-rays, or whatever format it comes in, must have. But I did notice, and now I think I know why they left off Run to the Hills in the original time when they recorded it in '88. Because it sounds, when I put on headphones and I was listening to Run to the Hills, he sounds kind of flat.
Oh.
He's singing Run to the Hills, and you just can't get maybe because he's tired from singing from this whole concert.
Sure.
But I think they left those tracks out because he sounded kind of flat.
Yeah.
So they just put them back on. Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just a little flat. But nevertheless, very enjoyable. Highly recommend I go out and get Iron Maiden, Maiden England, 1980.
Now, another new release.
Yes.
Quite a surprising release, in my estimation.
Yes.
Avantasia released another album.
Another one,
The
again.
Mystery of Time.
The Mystery of Time.
A concept album.
Yes.
There. To quote, right off of the liners, check this out. See if this sounds interesting to you. The album booklet describes the story this way. So take the time to follow me into a small old English town during the Victorian era and join a young agnostic scientist by the name of Aaron Blackwell as he is forced to explore the coherencies of time, God and science, torn between belief and his professional conviction, his spiritual intuition, love, and a lodge of scientific occultists. Well, it has everything. What more do you want?
You know what?
Elephants and clowns. That's the only thing it's missing is elephants and clowns.
Yes.
Everything. Occultists, scientists, atheists,
science,
everything. What more do you want?
Nothing.
So, hey, Ed Guy, what's going on? Toby, Ed Guy, what, does it exist anymore? Everything's Avantasia. The old stalwarts are all there.
They're all back.
Sasha Payet, and Amanda Somerville, Cloudy Yang, like you said, Michael Kiske, Bob Catley.
But hey, bring in
from
Biff.
Magnum, he's been there.
Biff.
But wait, yes, Eric Singer's out.
Joel Turner is in.
Turner's in.
That's right. Street of Dreams.
Yeah. You know,
and
you
of course,
got
Biff is in there, like I said.
Yeah, Jorn Landis, he's out. He's not on. But Eric Martin of Mr. Big is in.
You're back in.
Biff from Saxon. That was great to hear him.
Yes.
You know?
Well, you know what?
Andre Matos, he's not there. No, we got Biff instead.
Hey,
this is unbelievable. So it's a concept album. Yes. What do you think, Jim? Now, Jim, you know, I've got all the Avantasias. I've tried to get Jim hooked into it.
I'm hooked.
He's a little resistant. What do you think, Jim, as a new listener?
I've listened to all their albums, and I think this is a very strong album. Probably one of the best Avantasia albums out there. You're looking at 9 out of 10, Alan.
Oh my gosh.
9 out of 10!
You know, that's what it is with Avantasia. Every album that comes out, you go, that's great. That's fantastic. That's better than the last one. And then they get the next one, and they're like, well, that's better than the last one.
Yeah.
I thought, I've got them all too. Metal Opera, of course, that started off. We don't have to get into it because we talked about Avantasia before.
In previous episodes.
But, you know, Angel of Babylon, and that's the one I told you to get.
That's your favorite.
That's one of the greatest albums of all time.
But this is the greatest album.
In my estimation.
Yes,
you know, now you're going to write in people and say, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? What are you doing, drugs? But again, it's a great album, and you see, and now they're touring. They did the 30 days live.
How does this guy even make money on these albums?
No. Check this out.
He hired all these people. I was doing the calculations the other day. Okay, got to hire this guy, got to hire that guy. This guy's got to sing this way. You figure he's spending at least 30 to 40 grand just hiring these people and singing.
The tour starts on April 12th.
Yeah.
And goes through to October 8th.
Yeah, that's where.
And it's all over the world.
Yeah.
Japan, South America, UK, and then all the festivals next summer.
Yeah.
Avantasia.
But back to
they're in demand. What can you say?
But let's go. Just a couple of key tracks. You had Black Orchid, right? Orchid. Sorry, where Biff sings on it.
Black
right?
Orchid. That's like tricking dead trees and apple trees. Orchid.
Black Orchid. Biff sings on it.
Yeah, Biff sings.
Probably one of the best tracks on the album. Spectre, which is Joe Linturno, which is the opening track.
I like What's Left of Me. You got that ballady kind of song that he's always done. He did one in the past with Klaus Meine.
Yeah.
And this one's with Eric Martin and Mr. Big.
Yes.
Does it sound fantastic?
The Watchmaker's Dream, another catchy, riffy song, and amazing keyboards. If you notice on this album, it's just got some amazing sort of John Lord-ish type keyboards.
And again, Sasha Payet, who we spoke about when we met Thomas Youngblood from Camelot.
Yeah.
And you can see on the DVD, the last Avantasia, on the last CDs and DVDs, this guy can play guitar. This guy's a fantastic guitar. And they brought back Oliver Hartman, and he plays a few solos on a few tracks. And Bruce Kulick. From Kiss fame and Meatloaf fame.
Yes.
He's also playing lead guitar.
Yeah. Well, overall, strong, powerful track to track, a little more commercial, I would say, just a tad more AOR, but overall, probably one of the best Avantasia albums out there.
And this is probably a little bit more of a focused concept album, whereas the other ones were two-parters between the Wicked Symphony and Angel of Babylon. You kind of got lost in where exactly this was going. This one's a little bit more focused. And again, Avantasia, Tobias Sammet, one of my favorite singers. I love everything he does with that guy. Check out our previous episodes about their last releases. Yeah. And go out there, like you said, it's a very strong album. Give it 9 out of 10. It's a must-have as well.
Must-have.
So there's two must-haves that just were released. But Toby, Ed Guy, you're supposed to come to North America. When? Now we're not talking till what?
We're not even going to interview.
Next year, who knows? When are you ever going to come back? You promised, so.
Okay. Come on. Let's leave it off at this. 2 more releases. These are more impressions, okay?
Okay, impressions.
All right, impressions.
What are you doing?
So Suicidal Tendencies came out with an album called 13. They just came out.
Okay, so Black Sabbath's coming out with one called 13.
Yes.
And Megadeth released one called 13. And now...
So you see a theme.
Maybe somebody come out with 31.
The reason why they came out with 13, it's their 13th album, and it's been 13 years since they came out with an album.
Yeah.
First impression,
there you go.
Punky, funky, metal, hardcore, melodic, crossover. The best.
And elephants.
And elephants.
And
the best Suicidal Tendency album to this date, how I see it. The drumming, incredible. The guitar work, incredible. Go out and get Suicidal Tendencies 13. I know Black Sabbath's got 13. I know Megadeth's got 13, but you know what? It's well worth the money. Go out and check them out. On a last note. Here we go. The guys who do our theme song.
Dexter Ward.
Dexter Ward. Guess what they have?
New song.
They have a new song, a 7-inch.
They released
Stars
7
and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes. 2 songs, Stars and Stripes, and there's a cover version on the other side. Amazing.
And big thing.
The metal voice. The metal voice. The metal voice. These guys.
The voice sounds great.
Oh,
music.
Amazing.
And you were saying that they got some great news coming as well.
Great news. On the Anvil tribute album that's going to be coming out before the end of this month.
Anvil tribute album. Just that.
They will be featured on a track there.
There you go.
Isn't that great? They got called. They go, hey, Mr. Dexter Ward, we would like to put you on Anvil.
Well, it's about time Anvil gets a tribute album. They've influenced everything under the sun. So.
And guess who else is on that album?
Not a clue.
Who won the top 10 Polish bands?
Oh, Viper.
Crystal Vipers. And guess who else was on the Metal Voice?
Who else? Only here on the
Sinister Realm. That was it.
Sinister Realm.
We got Sinister Realm, a Metal Voice alumni. We got Crystal Viper, another alumni, and we got Dexter Ward, another alumni.
There we go.
All 3 of them won.
I'm seeing a link here.
All right.
Maybe we should get some royalties from this album.
Thanks for watching another edition of the Metal Voice. Check out all those albums we just mentioned.